Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
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 Okay. So, already I have discussed with you up to the computer software. Today, you will learn about the types of software. There are two major types of software. One is application software, another one is the system software. First one is system software, another one is the application software. So, system software means all types of operating system, utility software. And application software are basic application software and specialization application software. Now, about the system software. So, already you know that what are the operating systems. So, our Windows, Mac, Linux, Kali Linux, Ubuntu, these all are operating system, and utility software means that all types of antivirus software, firewall software, backup software, the software that actually protect our system. These are called the utility software. And for the application software, so this is my operating system, which is Windows, and these all are my application software. These all. So in the taskbar you can see these all the application software. Here in the dashboard you can see these all are my application software. So these all are my application software. Now there is another thing which is called that a specified or a specific application software or a specialized application software. Now a specialized application software means say for example for computer engineers or computer programmers, we must be need the code block, NetBeans, Node.js, then VirtualBox. These are called the specialized software. Specialized software means that for your specific purpose, for your specific task purpose, the software you must have to use. That is called specialized application software. Say for example, for networking purpose, we use Sumo and NS3 software. For drawing the electric diagram purpose, we use MetaCAD software. For 3D animation purpose, we use Maya and Tiger software. So for a specific working purpose, the software we use for a specific work, that is called specialized application software. So guys, in this slide, if you have any question, you can ask. Then, in the system software, there are four types of actually system software related. So all of you know that software is nothing but the code or the programs that is still step by step that how can your software will gonna run. So this is the application. So in this diagram you can see the application software, system software, and at the end hardware. So system software actually make the bridge between your application software and hardware. So there are four types of system software programs. One is operating system. So operating system is the major part of your system software. Operating system is also known as the soul or the heart of your hardware. Already I have given example that our human body has a skeleton, and above the skeleton there are cells and skin and tissue. So that's why we become now a human body we get. But if there is no soul, we will be dying. We will not be able to work or talk or do nothing. We will be a dead person. Same thing happens that hardware is the skeleton. Hardware is the structure, and software, especially the system software, is work as a soul. If there is no system software, your computer will not work. Say for example, you buy a laptop and you did not put up any applications or any system software or any operating system. At that point of time, your hardware will not work. It will be totally dead. You definitely need to put up an operating system. It can be Windows, it can be Linux, it can be Mac, it can be your favorite. But you must have to install an operating system. Utilities, I have already told you that all types of antivirus, backward software, then your firewall software are known as the utilities. Means that actually manage the computer resources, that it not allow your computer to get damaged. It helps your computer to protect from virus, worms, hacking. Device driver. So if I go to the device manager in my computer system, so here you can see some list: battery, Bluetooth, camera, computer, disk drive, keyboard, a lot of things. These all are called actually the device driver. The purpose of device driver actually, we are using mouse, keyboard, monitor, printer, pen drive, headphone, scanner, a lot of things that is attached with our system. So device driver actually help us to attach the device externally, but it can interact with the computer. Think about the mouse. If we use laptops as a programmer for doing the programming very quickly, mouse help us to write the code very quickly. It is helpful sometimes. So if we use mouse at that point of time, we use mouse from the outside, but it is interact with your computer through this mice and other pointing devices by this device driver. Then if you use desktop at that point of time, you must have to use the Ethernet cable. So Ethernet cable is connected with the hardware case port. So that is also connected from the outside, but there is a device driver. You see network adapter. So by this help of network adapter device driver, it helps you to connect your device, to connect the internet connection to your computer. So that is the work or the purpose of your device driver. And language translator. So language translator actually convert all of the programming language or all types of language to machine language. Say for example, there is compiler, there is interpreter, there is assembler. So compiler and interpreter both are convert human language to machine language, and assembler convert the assembly language to machine language. The thing is, when you run your C programming code or Java or Python or PHP, any code, there always you can see a compiler, which is actually show you the output. But before showing the output, it takes some seconds. It takes some times. At that point of time, the compiler actually converts the human language to machine language, and after that it checks whether your code is correct or not, and after that it gives you the answer. So guys, up to this. if you have any question, you can ask. Then operating system. So operating system often referred to as a software environment or platform. There are three types of function of operating system: managing computer resources, provide a user interface, and running applications. So first of all, what is actually managing computer resources? So if I go to the control panel, you can see lots of tasks name in here. So that is actually called that managing computer resources. So these all are my computer resources, and with the help of the computer resources, and with the help of these computer resources, it can manage our computer system. So here is administrative tool, color management, all of the things are actually help, are actually the resources, and our operating system actually control these resources. So first work of operating system is manage the computer resources. Then provide a user interface. Now what is actually user interface? User interface means that, see, I have this mouse pointer. So by this pointer, I can close the PowerPoint slides. I can go to any of the tab. Even I can go to your Google Classroom. So how can actually interact with this computer? This is hardware and this is software. And I am not touching it with my hand. Even it is not possible for us to touch the software. We cannot touch it. We can actually feel it, we can visualize it. But it is not possible for us to touch the software. So without touching, how can we interact with the software? By using the user interface. So user interface actually help us to connect with our computer system. So mouse, this pointer is actually helping to interact with the computer system. And the third one is running application. Now application means that these all are my application program. Without my operating system, it is not possible to run this application program. You can find out that when you try to install any application software, it will always show you option that whether you want to install it for Windows, or whether you want to install it for Linux, or whether you want to install it for Mac operating system. It always show you some options, and within the option you have to select that I have to use it for Linux, I have to use it for Windows, or I have to use it for Mac operating system. So that is actually called the running application. So these are the examples. So you already know the examples of operating system. Then the main parts of operating system. Now it come about the parts. So there are four main parts of operating system: kernel, device driver, user interface, and system utilities. First of all, the main thing is that what is actually kernel? The program running at all the times. The kernel is a computer program that constitutes the central core of a computer's operating system. It has complete control over everything that occurs in the system. kernel means that the computer system. So in the operating system there is a core code. So that core part of the code is called the kernel. Say for example, if you think about the software, software is the combination of the front-end code, the back-end code, the design, then the database and the command line, all of the things. Whenever you run your operating system, at that point of time, you will find and figure it out that operating system will actually help you to run all types of things, but that is a core code. So in the software, when we build the software, there is a SQL query. That SQL query is actually help you to save the data inside the database. That is the major thing. That is the core part. So kernel is also the core part of operating system, which actually command all of the application programs in your computer. Kernel actually give you the command line that do this, do that, do these types of work and do that types of work. Kernel give you the command. Then already you have known, I have already told you that what are the device drivers. Then the user interface, I have already discussed these things. Last but not the least, which is system utilities. So antivirus, backup software. So when you try to install any software, it always show you that the path that where you need to save your software. You must have to choose not the local disk C, because local disk C is directly communicate with your operating system. So if you go for upgrade your operating system, or if you want to change your operating system, at that point of time, it will create you some problems and it will destroy your application software. So backup software is actually help you if something important in C drive is stored. Your backup software is actually help you to coverage that things and it will make the backup in somewhere else. So later on you can get it. Disk cleaner. So if I go to this PC, so you can see the drives. So if I click on right click of any of the disks, so here you see the option of format. This format option is actually help you to disk cleaner or clean the disk. So format, whenever you figure it out that your any of the drive become red color, you can clean your disk. So disk cleaner actually help you to remove the unnecessary things from your disk and clean your device. That is called the disk cleaner. Then file manager. So file manager actually help you that where you gonna save your file. So here you see the file history and file explorer option. So these two things are actually help you to manage your file. Manage your file means that, say for example, I am giving you a lecture this slide. So this is also a file. If I click on it, if I go to the property, it will show me the location of my file. That what is the path? That what is the path? And also the size of my disk. So properties will actually handle that where I store my files and what is the memory size of my file. Then memory tester. Memory tester means that it actually tested whether your memory is overloaded or not. Like for example, a good example is when you try to install any software, it always tells that how many bytes you need for install the software. So you have to check it that what is your RAM size and whether you can install it or not. And system monitors. Now if I go to the task manager, so it will show me that CPU is take which type, how many percentage of this task, memory is take how many percentage of tasks, disk is taken how many percentage of tasks, network is taken how many percentage, graphical user interface is taken how many interfaces. So this is the task manager. So task manager is actually showing that what are the tasks is running on and how many percentage your memory and CPU is taken. So this is called the system monitors, that your system is monitored that which percentage is done by which thing. So guys, up to this, in this slide, if you have any question, you can ask. Then, what are the functions of our operating system? Manage computer resources. So, under the manage computer resources, what are the tasks they perform? System performance, schedule tasks, provide security, etc. of the computer. So, first of all, that what is actually system performance? So, if I go to the task manager, you can see the performance of my system. So if I click on performance, so this is the performance of my system. That this is the CPU activity, then this is the uptime, this is the process, this is the threads. I will discuss all of the things later on, that what is thread, what is processes, not right now. Just remember that if I go to task manager and I click on performance, you can see the performance. So see, this is show the CPU performance, show the graphic. If I click on memory, it is show me the memory performance. If I click on disk, disk means local disk DDEF. So this is called me the disk performance. If I call to the Ethernet, so I have no Ethernet connection, I have Wi-Fi. So it is show me the Wi-Fi performance. So I use graphical user interface. So this is the graphical user interface performance. So the things you are using in your computer, that things you can see that what is the performance of my device. Then schedule tasks. Schedule tasks means that so in the services, you can see that these are the tasks name and you can see the status. Running means that these all tasks are in running status. When I turn on my computer, these all tasks are actually running mode. These all are running in here. So, which tasks will be done when I turn on my computer. That is called the schedule task. Then provide security. You know that what is security? That antivirus, firewall, it provides and start up the computer. Start up the computer means that turn on your computer or when I refresh my computer. Then user interface. There are two types of user interface. One is character-based interface, one is graphical user interface. Already I discussed with you what is graphical user interface. Now character-based interface means that in my text editor, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, through the keyboard I can fix a value, I can write number, I can provide digit, I can write text, letter, application, everything. So this is called the character-based interface. Whatever I am writing in the text editor, that is happened by character-based interface. And running applications. So foreground and background programs. So what is the foreground application and what is the background application? So in the dashboard of our computer, these all application programs are called the foreground application programs. And this is called the background application programs. This background application program is not exactly friendly with the end user. The programmer or the system manager, they have to have very good knowledge about all these types of things. But a general user who does not need the knowledge about computer, he has no idea about these background programs. So guys, in this slide, if you have any question, you can ask. Then the common operating system functions, memory management. So I have already shown you that this is my computer memory and this is the performance of my computer memory. Now memory management means that which file and folder I will store in where, and when I try to store my specific file and folder to the specific memory, whether it have the specific space or not. Process management. So it supports the multitasking. So multitasking means that at the same time it runs a lot of tasks. So see, at the same time it is running these tasks. So this is called the multitasking. Then storage management. So there is a difference between memory management and storage management. Both are actually located with where you save your file and folder. But when you discuss about the memory management is related with your RAM and ROM, and storage management is related with your local disk DEFT. Means storage management is related with your hard disk and memory management is related with your RAM and ROM. Then device management. So device management means that when I use the printer, monitor, mouse, keyboard, so device manager will actually help me to run the mouse, monitor and interact with the external device with my computer. So monitor performance. So in the task manager I can see the performance of CPU, memory, disk. See the devices I am using in my computer, only the performance it is shown. I have no Ethernet, so it does not show C, not connected, no Ethernet. So there is no Ethernet, so it is not show me nothing. I have Wi-Fi, so it show me the Wi-Fi performance. the security. So the unauthorized software that cannot actually take up your software and start up. Start up means when we refresh our computer or when we turn on our computer, that is called the startup of our operating system. So guys, up to this slide. If you have any question, you can ask. Guys, are you from section G, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Section G.
Yes, ma'am.
Serial 1,
Present, ma'am.
2,
Yes, ma'am.
3,